How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about 3 things we need to see from crypto in 2022. And this is coming from Sam Bankman-Fried. So he just put this out, and I think it is really interesting because if we don't have these things happen, we could see crypto fall down in 2022. Now, of course, there are a lot of factors at play here, and there's never only one thing influencing crypto's price. Of course, we could see large drawdowns or an explosion from one thing, but there are a lot of forces at play here, and I want to cover them here today. I also want to go over some really interesting news that just happened, like after the market closed here today, and we're going to go through some other articles and some other top news too that I haven't covered yet. Now, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button and the subscribe button, I really appreciate that. I have more background noise than usual, so I will do my best. The reason I have that is because my dog just had a procedure done. She's okay, but I need to keep an eye on her. So in case you hear something, I left the TV on for her just because she is in a place that I feel bad. So I want her to have something to pay attention to since she has like a cone over her head and all that kind of stuff. So sorry, that's probably more explaining than you need to know. But just in case you hear that, I want to give that explanation. Now, first of all, why is crypto falling? Well, we saw 300 million in losses after spot market drops. It's even more than that now. 80% of long positions were liquidated over 24 hours, with 90 million in losses on Bitcoin futures alone. So we obviously had a lot of leverage. I've talked about that several times recently. There's been a lot of leverage in the crypto market, especially after we hit about 49,000. It started to explode up with a lot of people thinking, hey, we're going to go up very quickly here over the next year, so might as well go on leverage. And a lot of people got liquidated because of that. Now, this is the article I want to show you, and I'm just going to get to it almost right away in this video because I think it is so interesting and we have to talk about it. So Sam Bankman-Fried, if you don't know who he is, he runs FTX. He's the FTX CEO. He also has a research company, Alameda Research, that makes large investments. And he's the richest person from crypto that we know of as of now. He has like $27 billion worth of net worth, under 30 years old. He says stablecoins could be the most straightforward route to crypto industry regulation and revealing tweets. So these are the 3 things we have to be paying attention to: speed, scaling, and regulation in 2022. He says that first of all, on regulation, stablecoins could better be reported and audited in line with FTX stablecoin policies. With transparency would solve about 80% of the problems while allowing stablecoins to thrive onshore. Now, before we get into second and third, look at what they're doing. So they just posted this today on their Twitter. How much would it cost to convince a bank to accept stablecoins? They say, if we offered 1 million prize for the first bank in each region, would that be enough? Do you work for a bank and want to discuss this? This is coming from their official page. Now, I find this fascinating. I mean, who knows if they're actually going to do it? I think that they would, based on the fact that they're putting this on their official page, and that really would help move them along. I mean, we know that they are leading adoption. They're spending so much money. You can see some of the star athletes that they've signed up. I work with them too now. They've put out a marketing budget for all types of things. So there are links underneath the video in case you want to sign up with FTX. I think it is one of the best platforms to use. And I really like it myself because it is really easy to use. It's really cheap. They offer a lot of things that other apps don't offer. They are one of the leaders in this industry, and they've made such a name for themselves. So maybe they're pushing regulation even further than we would expect with this extra incentive for banks to start accepting stablecoins. Secondly, crypto users number somewhere around 200 million, punching way above their weight. More blockchain network effects are needed to achieve wider mainstream adoption. He says that part of this will happen from Web3 and DeFi, but video games could be the path to massive scaling. Tapping into the existing user base of video games could be huge. Billions of users and hundreds of billions of dollars each year. And we've talked about that a lot on the channel. Play to earn is the future. He says this only makes sense if the virtual worlds are more engaging, not less. So you have to actually have a good game. Some people will play if they can make money from it, but certain parts of the world will just not gain adoption, right? No one's playing a game here in the US for $2 an hour and trying to make a living out of it, right? And then third of all, cryptocurrency transactions must change gears. Levels of 50,000 transactions per second are not enough to satisfy industrial scale applications. Without high speeds, the other two issues cannot execute well. He says that some blockchains say that they're already fast, but none are. Fast means millions of transactions per second. No one is there yet. Overall, I think he hit the nail on the head for what we need to see in the next year coming from crypto and over the coming years. This isn't probably going to be something that happens all at once in 2022. Now, in there, he talked about banks accepting stablecoin, and we know that so many of these banks are going to offer cryptocurrency products to their wealthy individuals, at least, and they're trying to take part in the industry themselves. We just saw today, Morgan Stanley Europe Opportunity Fund reported owning even more shares. So this was a filing just today, and they bought a significant amount more, so 25,000 more GBTC shares, increasing their stake about 50%. So they want more Bitcoin and they are paying for it. Now, one altcoin that I've talked about earlier today that I just didn't cover something on was Cardano. And I talked about how Charles mentioned that it looks like DEXs are coming imminently within the next few weeks. One piece of news coming over from SundaySwap is that they were audited. They completed their audit here today right after I made the video. So that is good news. Hopefully those come to Cardano here soon. Also, this is something that I've also covered, but just going back to those banks again. I know this is kind of out of order, but JP Morgan Chase, Invesco, State Street Corporation, BlackRock, Northern Trust, they spent a ton of money on ads this year. So you can see that they are buying up crypto in certain ways. They're investing in crypto. They're advertising for crypto. It's just interesting the spot that we're in. And I am really excited about crypto in 2022. I think we do need to see a couple things change to get wide, broad stream, mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, but there's still going to be niche areas where it takes hold and it's going to be really valuable for people. So I want to hear your thoughts on this underneath the video. Definitely check out the link to FTX because, again, I really like it. There are two links. One's to Blockfolio, which is what I use, and then one is to FTX.US Pro. They're both through FTX, but they have different use cases a little bit. FTX Pro a little bit more for experienced traders. But let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Thank you guys so much. Again, thank you for hitting the like button, subscribe. Sorry if there's background noise, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.